Well, some people think there's a solution to this. They think that you don't have to make the choices in life, that you can just have it all. And Holly Hill is one of those people. She's the author of Sugar Babe, the controversial real story of a woman in search of a sugar daddy. Now, Holly says, quote, "We must stop demoralizing men who cheat." Now, she believes in negotiated infidelity versus cheating. So she is here. Holly, you want to come up and join us? There's an empty chair.
Hi, Dr.
How are you? Have a seat.
Hello.
You know who these people are. Now, Holly Hill's not your real name either. You have a pen name.
Yes.
This is your pen name. It's interesting that people on this side don't want to be who they are. They want to have different names, but it's fine, and I respect it, and I'll do it. But so your theory about this negotiated infidelity and what Scott has actually proposed to these two women, you say this works because it eliminates lying and deception?
Well, it sounds to me like this is nothing about negotiating infidelity and sharing. This is about degradation and cheating and stealing. And negotiated infidelity, in fact, is the complete opposite of what you are involved in here. Negotiated infidelity is about recognising that your partner has urges that you may not be able to meet. It's about appreciating their needs. And it doesn't necessarily mean having sex with other people. It may also mean pornography, or seeing a sex worker, or going to a strip club. But if a woman has to cross her legs in a relationship for any reason, she needs to appreciate that her partner has needs and make sure that they're met. And that's what you do for someone that you love.
Okay, let me see if I get this right. You're saying that a man has needs, a man has urges, and if a wife can't meet those needs, that she needs to be willing to call in reinforcements, be willing to bring in reinforcements.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Whether it's a prostitute or pornography or another woman.
Yes, and that will safeguard her from a situation like this. I'm about the eradication of cheating. I'm certainly not about open marriages, which is disempowerment. Negotiated infidelity is about empowerment. It's about walking the dog on a leash rather than letting it escape through a hole in the back fence. And it's a happy dog, I might add.
Robin, what'd you want to say?
Nothing.
This is my wife, Robin. Say hello to Robin, yeah.
Hello.
We've been married 34 years. I don't think you want to put me on a leash or...
Well, I'm sorry. I'm absolutely speechless. I'm just shocked. I'm not sure, but did she suggest pornography?
Yes.
Well, I'm just shocked. I have nothing to add.
So you don't think pornography is a substitute for fidelity?
No.
And you don't think a hooker is a reinforcement to your marriage?
Strip clubs? No. No.
Or strip clubs?
No.
So, but
No.
you think pornography could be a therapeutic issue in a marriage? It could be a therapeutic element in a marriage?
I think we're risen from apes, not fallen from fairy tales. And, we have these needs, they're biological needs, and they need to be met. Yes, absolutely.
Uh-huh. Okay, what do you think about what she's saying?
I don't agree. I don't agree.
Why don't you agree?
Call me old-fashioned. I don't believe this is what a marriage is about. This is not the union of a marriage.
We'll be right back. You're in a relationship, correct?
Yes.
And is this your relationship partner here? And this is Dino.
Yep.
And you two have a negotiated infidelity?
Yes.
Okay. And y'all been in a relationship for how long?
3 years. Coming
3
up
years?
Yep.
Okay. So how often do you put him on the leash?
Well, I guess and I'm certainly not making the analogy that men are dogs, but what I'm saying here is that if you love your partner, you ought to be turning to them and saying, darling, are you getting enough sex? It's a simple enough question. And if the answer is no, you come to some kind of arrangement between yourselves. And that might be a Playboy magazine. It might be time away from the kids for a couple of hours. But if you love your partner, you need to be meeting their needs rather than expecting them to control urges.
And do you have, Dino, you have women that you go see?
Yes, from time to time.
But then don't you also have negotiated lovers that you have?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, so you have extra and you have extra.
Yes.
So you obviously have the energy to do it. Why not just do it with him?
Well, it's variation. I want to have sex with different cultured people or different groups of people or different people in different jobs.
So variety is the spice of life.
Absolutely it is. Why are we making this into a sacred thing when it's healthy, it keeps you looking better, it keeps you fit. It's a wonderful thing to be doing.
Well, I understand about being fit, but I believe that my wife would rather, me get on a treadmill.
That's right.
So what are the rules you have? Because this is negotiated, so you have rules and guidelines.
Yeah, negotiating infidelity is about creating rules for sexual alternatives to prevent attachments forming. So, for example, my rule for Dino is that he isn't able to be intimate with women, so he can't spoon them after he has sex. And what woman is going to fall in love with a man that won't spoon her? His rules for me, on the other hand, are related again to his biology, in that I'm not allowed to have sex with a genetically stronger man. So someone who's more successful than he is, for example. So, and these are the types of people that we would be inclined to fall in love with. So these rules are to prevent love happening. And
okay, so you can only sleep with a loser.
Losers are good at sex too, Dr. Phil.
Okay, you can only sleep with a loser, and he has to hit it and quit it. He's got to get in and get out.
Very good.
Okay. Okay, well, let's talk about this negotiation just one step further. Let's talk about Chrissy having a lover.
Yes.
And because by your definition, she's busy with the house and kids, he would have to come by there and pile up in your bed and have sex with your wife. I assume that's okay.
No, not in. No. The house is sacred. She's never been to my home. I kind of keep it off limits.
So could she have a lover if she went to that house next door?
If it's not around the children.
No, I mean, in all honesty, though, would you be okay with that? No. No, be honest. You either would or you wouldn't.
Probably.
I'm going to add somebody else to this conversation. I got to take a break. What do you say to that?
What I'm hearing here is that, 50% of our long-term marriages are failing. Yet we are continuing to apply
also, by the way,
our long-term marriages, 47% on people born in the 70s are
That's
failing.
Incorrect as well, but go ahead.
I can find you the source.
And I'll show you 10 that says it's wrong.
But anyway, a lot of our long-term marriages are failing. And we're not changing the ingredients. They keep failing, yet if it's a recipe, we're not changing the ingredients. What we need to do to save our marriages and to ensure that our children aren't cheated on, our children don't have to have divorces, we need to change the recipe of marriage. So far, this is the only change that has been proposed for centuries. Bashing heads against brick walls becomes self-mutilation after a while. We need to do something. It isn't good enough.
We'll be right back.